Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Shay. Long time no see. Well, it's been a few weeks. So today I'm going to use a few new products. I'm going to be using a new foundation that I just got recently. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. So before I put on my foundation, I'm going to use this Tier ceramic cream that I just got recently. It's very moisturizing. I've only used it a few times, and it seems to be pretty good. It's really like thick and emollient. There's not much of a scent to it. I'd say it's scentless. Yeah, it just smells like skincare, but it's not heavily scented at all. Barely. So I've already had my eyes done and most of my eyebrows done, and my eyeliner. I don't have mascara on yet, and I haven't set my brows yet. But we will do that after I use the foundation. So today, this foundation I'm using is the Everlast Foundation by Dolce&Gabbana. Now, this is the first beauty product I've ever bought from them, and I bought it from Macy's. So this was about a month ago, and I got the shade 10N, and that's light medium. Now, I think this is very similar to the new ABH matte foundation, but I think this has a better shade range. I was at Ulta the other day, and they had the Anastasia foundation there, and I didn't know what shade to use. I thought so I tested a little bit on my hand. I did, I think, 2N, 2.5N, 3N, 1.5. They all look so orange, so too warm. I didn't try it on my face, but on my hand, I didn't like the color, the shades at all. So I don't know if they're going to expand their shade range to more of a neutral, even though those were supposed to be neutral, but I don't think they're. Now this is more neutral. So this is also very matte as well, and it does amazing things by blurring your pores. But I think now that it's winter and my skin is extra parched, and I think it's better. When I first used it, before it was so cold outside, it went on beautifully, but then the few times after that I've used it, we were heavily into the winter months, and it just seemed like my skin was way too dry for it. The foundation was still fine, but my skin, you have to really prep your skin. It's important to prep your skin correctly, so if you want the makeup to lay better. So, or there's too much of a contradiction between each other. So, but what I'm going to try is mixing both of these together. Since this is extra emollient and this is extra matte, together I think like half and half, that I'm going to mix here on my palette, and and we're going to see. So we're going to use probably a half a pump. Like that. I guess that's maybe more like a pump. It goes a long way. And a bit of this. It's pretty much 50-50. Okay. I was going to use a brush today, but I think I'm going to use one of my new sponges. And these are my new favorite sponges. They are as good as Beauty Blender. They are super soft Paw Paw Wonder Blender. And you order them on Amazon, they're like $10. You get about 6 of these. And they have ones that are also, and they're latex free. And they also have another version that's got a flat edge, but I just wanted your standard. But it's wet, and it's very moist. I wet it about an hour ago, So it's still got a good dampness, and it's spongy and super soft. And it's like, and it's definitely bigger than, it's definitely bigger than it was when it was dry. Here's a comparison. So order these from Amazon. Actually, I already used a lot of it up. Thought I had enough. I'm going to mix it again. I put a lot right over here, and it covered really well like a concealer. I'm not going to take it all the way up as a concealer. I'm going to use a separate concealer, but just so you know, this can work as a concealer as well. As long as you don't have a lot of dark circles. But if you do, you could probably use a really good color corrector and then go on top with this foundation, and maybe you don't need a concealer at all. Now, as you can see, it's really matte, and I mixed it with this Yummy Skin by Danessa Myricks. And that's very emollient. So you could probably mix it with anything, but I think it's still really matte. It didn't change the formula of the foundation that much. I'd say it went on easier to blend, since my skin is still so dry, even though I use a lot of moisturizer until these winter months are over, and I love the winter, but I don't like what it does to my skin. But it's almost self-setting. You almost don't need powder. But I am going to powder like the center of my face, and that should be enough. But look at this shade. So I'm not fair, I'm not medium, I'm like a light. I guess I'm light medium, but not that much medium. I think I'm pretty standard light complexion and olive to neutral. So this is your 10N. And I'd say it's a good medium to full coverage. I only used a light layer, like a light medium layer, but I could probably keep building on itself, but there isn't any need to do that. As concealer, I'm going to use my very favorite one. It's been my #1 concealer for 2 or 3 years straight, by number 7. And if you haven't tried it, I suggest to do so. You know, I just think some of these other ones are overhyped, like this by Natasha Denona. I'm sorry, it looks crappy. It doesn't look that great under my eyes. This is light years better. Number 7 is so much better, at least under my eyes, than Natasha Denona. I have 2 shades of this, and I'm like, well, maybe it's the wrong shade. I went and bought a darker shade. It's just, maybe I'm using too much of it. This is not my first rodeo. I've been doing makeup for over 30 years. I would think I know how to do concealer and how to use it very lightly, but it always, even if I use it very lightly and tap it out, it just cakes up like crazy. So I'm not using it, not today, but we're using number 7. There, I'm going to set it very lightly with my new favorite powder lately, the new ones, the One Size Ultra Pink. Today for bronzer and contour, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand in Fair Medium. You got to sculpt that jawline. And don't just leave the line there. Bring it down your neck, just a tad. For my brows, I've been enjoying using some of these products. And this is a brand that's called Undone. If you could see it, you can get it off Amazon. And it has your 1 point here. And on the other end, it has a tiny microscopic size eyebrow gel, and it's very lightly pigmented. That works really well. So then 2 weeks ago, I bought these Brow Art Studio Hair Like Eyebrow Pen, ultrafine tips. It's a company called Natural Brows, and I ordered them off Amazon. And they were like $10, and it has your single point here, and then it has your trio point, and they work really great. I got like a dark brown and a gray, and I didn't use them today. I did use my new favorite, but the Lift and Snatch by NYX. And I picked 2 of these up at Ulta the other day. And this is Espresso. And it's just your single point there. And that's it. It doesn't come with a brush or another end. And it's very simple. So that's what I used today. And I do like it. It's close to waterproof. You know, I mean, it'll smudge if you wipe your brows really hard. But lightly, it's pretty much transfer proof, but I'm still getting used to it. I've been using brow pomades for years, and I do love those. It's just I wanted to change it up a little bit. I'm trying to remember to curl my eyelashes before mascara, and I forget. I'm just getting into the habit of doing it all the time instead of forgetting like I usually do. I'm using the one by Shay-Xtreme, and I got that off Sephora like a year ago, and it's really good. The shape is not too curved and not too flat. It like fits my eye really well. Now today I'm using my 2 favorite mascaras. I have a lot of favorites, but lately I've been using the one by Huda Beauty, the One Coat Wow. And that really, like if you don't feel like wearing false lashes, you won't need to with this. I mean, it really thickens them and lengthens them. And this is my favorite waterproof mascara that I use for the bottom lash. And it's by Maybelline, the Stiletto. And I've been using it for years. I've repurchased this like a dozen times. I bought this a while back and I love this. It's one of my favorite liquid blushes. I put it here first. And I also love this blush by Too Faced. It is Cloud Crush. Okay, guys. I'm done with my hair, I'm done with my makeup, except now it's time for lips. So I just recently bought a few of the new MAC Maximal lipsticks. And the new one I just got today is Cool Teddy. So I had Velvet Teddy back in the day, and it was way too warm for me, and I never even wore it. I think it just expired, and I used it once, and that's a shame. But since they came up with a Cool Teddy, I'm I was very excited to try. So I just got it today. I haven't tried it yet. And I also finally ordered the new lip liner with Cool Spice. I never had the original Spice, but it was always too warm for me and I never bought that. And finally, it came back in on the Ulta website. It's been sold out for like a month. So I ordered that today. I don't have it. But in the meanwhile, I ordered these from Huda Beauty. And I ordered M159 and M1990. So I'm thinking these are compared to a lot of the lip liners in MAC, including the original Spice when it first launched years and years and years and years and years ago. So I think today, I'm going to try the M1990 with Cool Teddy, and I think that should be a great combo. I love this shade. It's not the first time I've used it. I took it on a little trip that I had last week to California, and I used it then, and oh, I loved it. So I'm anxious to compare this shade, M1990 from Huda Beauty, to MAC Cool Spice. And I'll probably do swatches on Instagram next week when I finally get that Cool Spice in. So I'm excited. So now here we go. It's not as cool as it could be, but it's not supposed to be a mauve. So, because any cooler, it would be more of a purpley mauve. So it's still like a light nude beige. Okay, there you have it. It's Cool Teddy. And I have it on, and I love it. It's similar to Modesty. Modesty is like a shade, like that much lighter, but they're in the same family. And I love it. It's like my new favorite MAC lipstick right now, so I'm very happy. And I think the lip liner from Huda Beauty, the M1990, is working really well with it. But I also think the MAC Cool Spice would look great with the Cool Teddy. What I did was just add a little bit of this gloss from the Chanel lipstick. Just put a little bit of that on top. Just because I thought because it's more of a matte lipstick, a satin matte. I just wanted a little bit of a glossy look, but it looked great before that. So, well, guys, that's my look for today. I'm really happy with the foundation. So I used Dolce&Gabbana and the Serum Skin Tint by Danessa Myricks. I used it 50-50, and I really like the way it looks. Like I said, when the warm months start hitting and the air is less dry and cold, I can probably use this by itself, because I had in the past when I first purchased it a month ago, and it looked beautiful on its own. It's pretty full coverage, it's pretty matte, but adding this gives it a little bit of a glow, but it's still matte. As for the Tear foundation, as for the Tear ceramic cream moisturizer, I don't know. It's not the best. Even though it's super creamy and emollient when you put it on, it seems like it seems like my skin is better when I use my favorite Clinique moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer. I have the full size in the other room, but this is what I travel with, and I love it. I use these for my blush. And I use the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand for my contour. that blends out beautifully. I know it's a little expensive for some of you, but it's a good investment. And lips, I'm using the new MAC Cool Teddy and the liner by Mob Beauty 1990. Well guys, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I see you soon. If you like my content, just like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Comment below about any future videos that you would like to see. Till then, I'll catch you later.